And good morning. Welcome to another lovely day in Aska. As you can see behind us, the sun is just starting to rise. The clouds looking beautiful, and we also have another villager incoming. So, since last time, we've had a little bit of an oops. Poor Frode was killed by a Draugr because, yet again, as soon as I finished recording, we get attacked by a blood moon. I will get one of those on camera live one day. So yeah, poor Frode is no more. Ebba, our woodcutter, ran away and left the village because, well, she wasn't happy. And quite a lot of stuff got damaged in the attack. So I've taken that opportunity to move a few things around. So our barbecue pit I've now moved up here from down in the hollow there where we first put it. I've also put in a wooden altar, which again helps with happiness and gives the villagers something to do in their leisure time. They will come and sit round this as exactly on cue. So to find that, to build, if you go into the magic menu, the wooden altar is just there. Doesn't take much, 4 logs, a couple of sticks, a couple of stones, but it does make quite a lot of happiness for the villagers because it gives them something to sit round and ponder and sit out in the rain getting soaking wet. Big blue sky and it's chucking it down. That's a big grey cloud over there. The other thing we've moved is the woodcutter's hut from up by the mine. We've put down here where the barbecue used to be, so that it's now got access to the birch forest, which is just behind it, as well as the fir trees up here. That clears the room for our mine and mining infrastructure to go up here. So we will clear all these stumps out at some point very shortly and put our mine in place, which goes right there against that stone wall. I think the first thing we need to do though is to get our villagers feeling a bit safer, because the Draugr attacks that we're getting now are going to be a bit stronger. So that's Janine just come in, so let's have a quick look at her. First of all, put her in a house. We have spare space, and she is a woodcutter, but she is also a night person from memory. Where's my builders? So we have 2 people on wood cutting. Sif has got skill, but he doesn't particularly want to do that job like Kara does. Sorry, Kara. So we'll dismiss Sif, and we can add in Janny that's just come in, who does want to be a woodcutter and has the same skill. So we'll assign Janny. And if we look at this, she is a night shadow. So what we will do is, it's not saved our preset. Night shift. There we go. Confirm. Oh joy, a bear attack. Right. This could be interesting. Where's this bear? There he is. So oof, that hurt. I will remember to get out of the way in a minute. Right, so our villagers are digging in now, but I am nearly dead. And I'm dead. So, when this happens, you can respawn as a ghost, or you can be reborn. I think we'll be reborn. That puts us back by our... Oh, I'm getting lots of people getting killed. If you've reborn, the downside is you have to go and pick up all your things again. If you respawn as a ghost, you can take over the lives of one of your villagers. Either way isn't a great option. Because you're going to lose villagers either way. So I generally just go with I'll be reborn, thank you very much. So that's all my stuff picked up again, or most of it. But we lost a couple more villagers, which isn't good. So yeah, that happened. So there's at least 2 dead there. So what we can do is pick up all their stuff. Put that down in the workshop for other people to use. And then try and figure out who we need to replace. We should have mannequins, there we go. So on these mannequins you can store all your spare bits and pieces. And this is where the villagers will come and get things as well. So we'll put our spare tools on here. So, not a great start to an episode. We got killed. Some of our villagers have died, or some more of our villagers have died, I should say. So, Ebba and Hilda. Fairly sure Ebba was our cookery person. Let's have a look. Let's get some more villagers coming in. Because we now need to replace people. There's another knight person. Battle scarred veteran. Go with that for now. Because we need to start building up our militia that will help defend the village. So let's go and put that stuff away so that other villagers, if they want it, can, or if they need it, can use it. So we have a spare cloak and a spare hood still. Which we can't put away. So we'll just keep those on us just now. So the other thing I wanted to do fairly quickly was get some paths in place. Because, well, we haven't got any, and I've been meaning to for the last couple of episodes. So, the way we do that, if we go to our terraforming menu, path maker, you get this post, and with this we can start here, and then it draws a line, and you can just carry that on and confirm, and that will create a pathway that the villagers will follow. Once you get metal tools, oh, Aki has left the village. People are very not happy. So we're not having a great start. But we'll soon try and make that better. And as you can see there, as we move, we can actually curve the road round to create our path that way. So the other place I want to take this was up to the mine area. Because we're going to be coming up here quite a lot, hopefully, fairly soon. Ah, no, it's not happy because we've got that tree stump in the way. And it's getting dark again already. That seemed a very short day. There we go. So that's our paths in place. So one of the other things I did off camera was I upgraded our Eye of Odin. which, if you look now, attracts villagers and forms militia. So if we press R, we can now select 2 people to be in our militia. Dagny is going to be one option, and if we use our hunters, they've got bow skill, so we can add one of those as well. It's not much initially, but it's a start. All we need now is our hunters to find some shulker horns, and then we can start to actually call them when they're required. So as you can see there, we haven't got any horns. You get those off the smolker rabbit things, which are most annoying. Let's get a quick drink. There we go. Right, so yeah, neither of our food production is being used at the moment. So let's put somebody back on this. They're good at skinning, so we'll assign those to the barbecue. And Sif can go to our cookhouse. So that reassigns those 2 workers. So I had a question from one of the subscribers in the last video, is how soon should you set your workers to task when you bring them in? So initially, when they come in, they get put as builders automatically, so they will always have something to do because they can be builders. As you build up your structures, you can add people to it as you need to. Oh, our farmer left. We need a farmer. There you go. There's Andy. There's a good farmer. So, as with that, you can assign people as and when you need to do the jobs that you require them to do. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. Ilva. So let's see what she can do. Let's assign her to a house first of all. We have plenty of space, seeing as people have been killed and run away. So she looks like she's going to be a good wood worker. Let's see if we can find her in this list. You can alter the way this list goes. You can put it alphabetically. She's a Y, so she'll be at the bottom. So she's a night worker. She likes the rain. She can blossom tend, and she's a battle scarred veteran. And she's a good woodworker. So I might put her on the woodcutter's hut as a night worker. Right, so we'll dismiss Yanni for a second and assign Ilva. If we go to her working hours, we can load our night shift that we created last time round, confirm, and that changes her to work through the night time, sleep through the day. Yes, apply changes. So we now have somebody chopping wood at night, which, as long as they're not near the cottages up here, won't keep people awake. And that gets us a constant, steady stream of wood night and day, which is always useful. Right, so the next bit I was going to do we've got our militia. What we need to do to make people feel a little bit more safe is start building things like barracks. So if we go into our build menu, in the defences, we can build a barracks, and we can put that there. What that will do is, once it's built, we can assign workers to that to be our town guard. And that will, if we have them patrolling around the village, that will make our villagers happy and feel safer because they've got some protection. So that's that structure there getting built now, or it will do in the morning. Right, so with that getting built, our next task is we need to start the mine. So I forgot to put the building on that on our task list. There we go. Having that task list, as far as I'm aware, the builders will build that first in that order as much as they can. But it also helps me work out where they're up to for building. So I find it really useful just to sort of understand what they're doing. So, stood in front of our mine entrance here. Big glowing thing. Again, if we go into our build menu and advanced production. Is it advanced production? No, it's basic production. There you go, mine hut. So we build that there against the wall, and that will start getting our mine up and running, which gives us a large amount of stone, as well as we can get iron in there, which is very useful. So we've got all these building materials here. We might as well just add two. As you can see, our woodworkers have been incredibly busy up here and just left such a mess, it's untrue. This will all get cleared fairly quickly. There's the start of another day. Let's carry on getting this thing built. Once we have our mine up and running, we can then start producing iron weapons, tools, which will make life infinitely better. Because we can start to we can start to harvest the birch trees once we get iron axes. Those also make very useful weapons when we're getting attacked, because they do a lot more damage than the stone stuff that we've got now. To that end, we also need a bloomery to turn the iron ore into actual iron ingots or iron bits. We also need a charcoal hut to turn firewood into charcoal, because that's what the bloomery will need to harvest the iron properly. So I need a big axe again, so let's go and get one to chop down these tree stumps, and that way we can start to there isn't one. Is it the stuff here to make one? Yes. There we go, large axe. So if we harvest all these tree stumps, we can clear the space so that we can put all the ironworking facilities up here on this little bit of a plateau. So I'm just going to take a few minutes and clear all these tree stumps, and I'll be right back. Right, so that gives us a nice area up here. Can I go that way as well? I can. I can expand that way as well when I need to. So the first thing I need to put in is a bloomery. Not a bloomery, the charcoal maker, because I'm going to need to start getting the charcoal, and they can get rid of all this firewood that I've just created. So into advanced production, we have the coal maker, which is quite a large structure, so we can put that Q and E to rotate. Let's get that as close to that as possible. Let's get that pinned. It's gone dark again. Where else do I need to terraform? It's the problem when it gets that dark. You can't actually see anything for a brief amount of time, and then it kind of lightens up a little bit for you. But for that brief period, you cannot see a thing. I will lighten this in edit so that you can see things, but trust me, it is pitch black at this point. What we should really start putting up is torches, which would help as well. So we can put those on the pathways. And they will start lighting up our way. Ooh. Our barracks is very nearly built, so let's finish this off So, because we can help build this. And I'm desperately in need of some water, which I'll go and grab in a second. Right, let's grab some water and then we'll have a look at the barracks. Fill my water thing. Right, so at the barracks we can train ourselves. So you just walk up to the target and it's actually better with a weapon in your hand. Left click is light attacks, as you've seen before. Right click is a heavy attack. Again, when attacking, just keep an eye on your stamina bar, because every attack uses quite a lot of stamina. And you can't run away or dodge if you've no stamina. Which is the mistake I made fighting that bear. So we can train like this to get our melee skill up, which at the moment we are melee 1, complete novice. As you could probably tell again from the bear attack, we are useless at it. So this is something that I will spend some time off camera doing, so you're not sat watching me because it's a bit boring. The other thing we can do with this is manage workers. So we can assign villagers to this like we do any other workplace. So we have a stonecutter, Dagny, that is interested in being a warrior, as is Era, who's in our workshop, and Ragnar, our hunter, is really good with a bow, so we'll make him a bowman rather than a warrior, but he is interested in being a warrior as well. But I think if we put Yanni on this, now with this we also get access to, if we go into our build menu, we have patrol markers. So build those just like any other marker. So we can have that in the village. If you press L, that builds the last thing that you built. And again, basically put these patrol markers round your village. Once we've done that, we'll see what happens next. So we'll put another one up by our mine, and I remember the way. That's running the wrong way. Mine's over there. This is why we need these torches in place, so I can see at night where I'm going. So we'll put another patrol marker up here. And those will get built imminently. Why are these logs in the way? There we go. Another one. Oh, there you go. She's at it. Night workers doing the job, we like to see it. Do we have any logs down here? Or rope? 6 rope. Let's grab some sticks. And we'll get these patrol markers made. Right, now with those patrol markers, if we go into the barracks menu, as with the task in your woodworker or your workshop, you can have the patrol points as a task. So we add a patrol point, we'll start at the barracks where I want them to train at this building for 3 hours. Try that again. Confirm. Add a patrol point. That'll wait there for... Actually, no, we'll just have them walking round rather than waiting at each one. And then they will go back to the barracks and train again. So we create that, and that's a patrol route that Yanni will now do. So her working day is training for 3 hours, taking a walk around the village, and then coming back and carrying on training. That will give our villagers a little bit more happiness because we have basically a watchman wandering around the village, ready to protect them whenever is needed. Now, Yanni will only work through the day, so ideally you want a night person doing that as well. But you can have, with the basic barracks, did I show you on this? You can have up to 3 people assigned to this at the same time. Again, we can upgrade this once we get a carpenter because we need the posts and the beams and things. And at that point you can add more workers and it will also train them better, more efficiently. So that is something we will be doing once we get a bit more organised, but it's a start. Why is there a stone axe there? Wonder if that was mine when I got killed before. Nothing else lying about. No. So that's our patrol marker set up with a worker to patrol the village. Right, future flash here. I got a bit carried away. So the episode I was planning to do was going to end up at over an hour and 20 minutes. So I'm going to cut it short as part 1 and part 2. So this is the end of part 1. In this episode we have rearranged the village after a Draugr attack, which kind of helped us out ish. But we got a chance to move some of the village around, and rework things so it's a bit better for us. We got attacked by a bear, which is always interesting and fun. Wolves in the background. As far as the village is concerned, we've put the paths in to start having better routes for our villagers, and we're getting attacked by wolfars. We've done the farm field and put some crops in, so that's all working. And as you've just seen on the left of the screen there, we now have a barracks and some warriors patrolling the village, which have just defended us from that wolfar. And you can hear them in the background swinging away at the barracks, doing training. So they were in the perfect place, and that's why we have patrol routes. So that's the end of this episode as part 1. In the next episode we have well, spoiler alert, winter arrives with a bang. Yeah, it gets interesting. It's not a good start to winter. I'll let you know that bit right now. But yeah, so winter arrives. We are going to carry on getting the mine and the production for iron up and running to get better tools and weapons, which, as you'll see in the next episode, we desperately need. So that's it for this session, and I will see you in the next one, part 2, very shortly. Thanks for watching. Have fun.